Welcome back, everyone. This is Sora LaChance again. Today, we're actually just doing a review of a figure I've already owned. This is my Bodega cat version of Spider-Man from Spider-Man Miles Morales. I've always loved Spider-Man. What millennial hasn't? We grew up with Tobey Maguire, but I absolutely fell in love with the PS4 Spider-Man game. Miles Morales, the video game, was actually just okay, but then Spider-Man 2 is just peak gaming. Like, I don't care who you are, the dual protagonist, the story, the way you play, combat. I platinumed that game. I absolutely love it. It's actually kind of funny. So I wanted a Miles Morales figure for Christmas from my husband years ago, and he actually got me this one instead of the one I wanted. At first, I was a little bit disappointed. I wanted one that was more of a statue, and I'd been trying to get away from ligmented figures, which I still am. And it's so funny to think I was disappointed because now I'm absolutely in love with them. I love Hot Toys. I've been collecting a couple others ever since, like my Loki and my Venom Groot. There's a couple more that I've been eyeing now. So I thought it would be really fun to just kind of like, even though I've already unboxed it, I really only set him up two ways, and Hot Toys are so dynamic. I figure we just kind of like take my Miles Morales figure, look at everything he comes with, and really just kind of like look at all the different positionings that he can and see if I can maybe even set him up a little better. So right away, let's go ahead and just go get my Miles Morales figure so we can start looking at everything he comes with.
Before we get started, I figured we'd actually just take a closer look at the box that he came in. Just notice the really beautiful artwork of him on the front. I also really just like the different texture of all the fractals around the box. Just looks really cool. And first things first, let's go ahead and just get Miles out of my Marvel shelf here so that we can get to work on setting him up in a couple different ways. And I just thought we'd get a little closer look for a second of how I already had him set up for the last about year and a half. So the first thing that we see in the box is just kind of all of his different hand options. Obviously, as you see, the bunch of web shooting options, a peace sign, some fists, holding options, as well as just kind of like hands outstretched. He also comes with this latte that he can actually hold. Next is this other kind of electric thing that's supposed to go around his fist. I have him displayed currently with the other one. And then, of course, he comes with all of his different web shooters. Some are short, some are long. I really like that they're protected. They seem fragile, but they bend. As well as this web shooting action one. I want to try that one out for sure. He also comes with this stack of newspapers. I don't really see that looking great, but I don't remember it coming with that. It also comes with just this little notebook. It's really cool. It has all these sketches inside that Miles has done of his suit and stuff like that, like early drafts of his costume. The only problem is I can't imagine a way you'd display him with the figure so you could see that. And then I haven't even opened the rollerblades yet, so I had to open these up. And definitely going to try to see how if we can look dynamic with those. Lastly, we just have this little phone that he can hold. Before we look at Miles, let's go ahead and just look at the Bodega cat. His name is also Spider-Man, for those of you that played the game. Next, I thought I would just show you guys how articulate his legs can be, as well as I want to start off with just taking off his feet and trying on those rollerblades. They came off really easily, and then these new rollerblades went on pretty easily as well. Next, I want to show you guys how easy it is to take his eyes off. It's really easy. You just apply a tiny bit of pressure. They come right off, and then you can actually attach his other eye options, and they're magnetic. They stick right back in. And then his headphones, I thought would be magnetic, but they just go right on. They're the perfect size and a perfect fit. You've already seen how I set him up just kind of sitting down, both with a thumbs up and a latte. But I tried setting him off a little simple at first. I tried using those newspapers and making him look like he's handing a latte out to you. This is pretty similar to the way I had him set up the first time I ever did it, but he was more so holding a cell phone, so I decided not to use the cell phone this time. Next, I really wanted to see what he could look like rollerblading. I'm really surprised how well his legs look. I actually got him to really look in a dynamic roller skating pose, but I feel like I could not fully figure out what to do with his hands. Next, I really wanted to see if I could get him swinging with one of his web options. I feel like he did a pretty good job. He just looks like he's jumping. The cat's out of his backpack, and he's right about to shoot out his next web to keep swinging through the city. Wanted to try to make one more in the air look, more like a fighting pose, not in the middle of swinging, but like he's leaping, right about to attack his enemies with all of his might. Both a web shooter coming out of his wrist, as well as an electric shock. Then lastly, I wanted to see if I could get him to look good upside down, kind of just like he's holding himself maybe on a stealth mission or right about to go down and grab an enemy. In the end, I kind of decided to fuse the way I originally had him with a more dynamic action pose. I have him using his web shooters this time, but more standing on the ground than actually in the air, still with his headphones and about to do a venom shock.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I feel a little bit silly that I just kind of set it up mostly the same as the way I had it. But I'm really glad that I decided to use the web shooting and explore the figure a little bit more. I feel like when I first got it, I was overwhelmed by how many pieces it had. And now I'm glad I at least just know my options and how big the figure is. What's your favorite way that I set him up? Do you like the way that I chose, or would you guys have chose something else? Anything else you'd like to see closer in my collection, I'd be happy to make closer videos. Check me out on TikTok and Instagram to see other figures as well as Miles Morales closer. Remember to like and subscribe to this video right here and follow any other figures that I have that I make videos about in the future. Thank you so much again. This is Sora LaChance. Have a great day. Bye.